Now is the acceptable year to expose and depose the vicar for profit as the man of international lawlessness officially, as the biblical revelation of the Russian president concerning the true black icons of the risen Yeshua the Redeemer from the 14th century, openly destroyed the vicarship's credibility in religious theology, along with the international political legitimacy of the whitewashed images and unauthorized 1600 Greek transliteration, invented titled Jesus, completely. Here are 10 very profound biblical requirements for the fulfillment of Ethiopian prophecy to commence without delay. The first and foremost biblical requirement is mentioned in 2 Thessalonians 2 clearly, where it says that the universal resurrection day of the sovereign Abetu, Lord Yeshua, will not come unless the global Jesuit rebellion occurs first, and the man of lawlessness at the Vatican is revealed as the son of perdition in the vicarship position with all signs of lying Greek Jesus wonders. The second biblical requirement is that the whole world would be deceived into political submission under a Jesuit man-made system of neocolonialism, global financial slavery, unwittingly, as people who have been indoctrinated to believe in the Greek Jesus title, name of honor and recognition, subconsciously, have been serving the stand-in for Greek Jesus in the vicarship position blindly, as through word, sound and power all the gullible peoples in the world are giving praises to a Jesuit idol and do not actually realize that their prayers have gone up to endorse the vicar for profit's satanic position indirectly. The third biblical requirement is the opening up of the third eye of everyone who was born politically blind to human rights knowledge, political power over self, so that the human rights works of global unification under international law may be made to manifest in a sovereign Ethiopian remnant, heir apparent, without Jesuit interference. The fourth biblical requirement is that an Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet is destined to spiritually, intellectually, awaken and arise in private diplomacy, yet, lowly in stature, rejected as an Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet, Yeshua, and politically despised, for seeking to secure a human rights ambassadorship status as a lawful diplomatic remedy under the UDHR Charter, which is politically justified. For according to Hebrew 8:4, if Yeshua the Universal Redeemer were upon the earth today, he would definitely not be a Jesuit indoctrinated priest well trained in accumulating worthless and inflationary debt money, fool's gold. Hence, before English was even a language, the Ethiopian prophecy have long been foretold, that the risen Ethiopian Shiloh Yeshua will diplomatically arise as an Ethiopian Orthodox high priest, according to the book of Malachi 2 verse 7, a righteous human rights prophet, defender of law, and a living Solomonic Christian remnant, heir apparent, to ascend the imperial throne of David as a human rights entitlement, under the divine human right of Solomonic Christian kings, ecclesiastical private diplomats. The fifth biblical requirement is for the Ethiopian Shiloh Yeshua to diplomatically save humanity from constitutional, mind and body, debt bondage and global financial apostasy, as a free divine gift from Siyum Exeaber Almighty, in the metaphysical fulfillment of biblical prophecy in the information age of the 21st century. For Yahweh so loved the modern world of social democracy, political choices, that he has sent his only begotten Son Yeshua the Universal Redeemer this very day in urgency, to trample upon the vicarship position at the Vatican Unholy See, in joint venture with parents defending children victimized by Jesuit priests. The sixth biblical requirement is that there will be wars and rumors of wars everywhere, creating distractions in the debt-based geopolitical Jesuit system of capitalism and usury, exploitation, where we the people should not be terrified when witnessing the ecclesiastical, religious and political, destruction of the vicarship position at the papacy, along with the worldwide Roman Catholic Church for irreligious indoctrination in every democratic country, as the risen Yeshua from among the human family is in fact, a legitimate grassroots human rights dignitary, private humanitarian diplomat. The seventh biblical requirement is the global test of Revelation 3 verse 10 literally, which must go out unto all the ends of the earth for the whole world to witness and see, as the warnings written about in the book of Revelations have been indoctrinated into the subconscious minds of unsuspecting individuals without human rights clarity. So the destruction of the vicarship position should be expected in our reality, especially with the world news coverage of the revelation of the Russian president concerning the biblical black icons of the risen Yeshua from the 14th century. This creates a new human rights paradigm, worldview, under universal redemption in law and economic salvation for overcoming global financial fraud, criminal religious deception for profit, with the will of the people of humanity executing international justice for human rights reform. The eighth biblical requirement is the New Testament view of Gog and Magog, evil Jesuit forces in opposition of Cium Exeaber, elect of God. Cium Exeaber will send strong human rights fire, tribulations, from the exiled empire of Ethiopia, heaven, today, to destroy the vicarship position and then exercise the last judgment of what to do with the Jesuit Baphomet goats at the Vatican, since fallen humanity will already be raised up on the human rights side of Yeshua the Universal Redeemer. Lion of Judah World Banker, in collective security, all for one Yeshua and one Yeshua for all. The ninth biblical requirement is the grand rising of the divine Ethiopian truth that the modern world under Jesuitism cannot receive, as the biblical prayers of the Christos have been answered in a human rights comforter sent by Cium Exeaber, almighty UN lawgiver of the 20th century. For the Memphis Kaidos, Holy Spirit, in essence, will come upon an Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet in moral conscience, knowing right from Jesuit wrong and choosing human rights, because the sovereign Abetu, Emperor of Ethiopia, has anointed him to preach good diplomatic tidings to the meek, politically powerless. He hath sent him to bind up the broken-hearted over Jesuit sorcery, to diplomatically proclaim human rights liberty to the captives, debtor-citizen tax-paying slaves, and the opening of the mental prison to them that were bound to Jesuit debt bondage, to openly proclaim the acceptable year, 2024, of the universal resurrection day of the sovereign Abetu Yeshua the Redeemer, who will diplomatically rise up from amongst the civilly dead, debtor-citizen taxpayer status, and the human rights judgment, decision-making, day of vengeance of our Cium Exeaber, almighty UN lawgiver of the 20th century. The 10th biblical requirement is when an Ethiopian Orthodox human rights prophet arises from amongst thy brethren under the geopolitical Jesuit matrix, system of commerce, as he will be the one Ethiopian Shiloh for the human race to listen to and trust without Jesuit tricks, art of maladministration. He, Yeshua, who does what civil disobedience human rights to life decolonization protest in a democratic society, is righteous and just. Hence, all the riches of the wicked vicar for profit like Jorge Mario, along with all escrow accounts of the worldwide Roman Catholic Church, as a religious organization, legal person, which is guilty of irreligious indoctrination and academic fraud, criminal deception for profit, is actually generational wealth being stored up for the righteous human rights defenders, prophets, who question and challenge the geopolitical Jesuit status quo. Therefore, the worldwide Roman Catholic Church as a legal person can sue for tax exemption status in society, and can be sued for violating the inherent dignity, priceless value, of every sovereign, politically free, individual. This is the main reason why we the people must organize and centralize around the Universal Declaration of Human Rights Charter for government accountability, so that by the will of the people demanding the dissolution of the Roman Catholic Church in every government, we will become politically empowered to nationalize all unjust gains by freezing all financial accounts and liquidating all movable assets, stolen property. The fulfillment of biblical prophecy will be determined by a multitude of myriads and myriads of strangers, for unaware, many within the global population of the human race are known to entertain angels, private diplomats. #NJesuitusNo.
Give thanks for watching, and if you need more information or wish to participate with a human rights contribution, then please feel free to contact us at kingdomofdebrizit2020@gmail.com in human rights solidarity. Blessings.